Well, I'm working on Tamiya's new motorised WW1 Tank. Now, many modelers don't particularly like the motorised feature. I must say I don't really want a tank that whizzes around my workbench. So I've been coming up with something to try and display the tank using the motorised feature in a different way. And this is what I've come up with. Now, this is going to be, if you imagine a trench section. This is the front of the trench, or the facing part of the trench. It's a little slope, and you can see I've got this little post coming up, which will be fixed to a hole that I've drilled on the bottom of the tank. And this is basically my idea. So instead of the tank whizzing around the workbench, the little hole in the base actually jams it in place. Now I'll hold that with some groundwork a little bit later, but basically it makes it look like the tank is climbing up a wall and about to cross the trench. I think it looks quite neat. Obviously it'll look a lot better once it's all painted and weathered, but I say this is my idea. A few weeks ago I posted a note about the Tamiya Motorised WW1 male tank and how I was planning on displaying it. This is the little base that I've made up, thanks to one of my good friends at club who managed to produce this wedge shape for me out of MDF. As you can see, all I've done is quite simple. The wooden facing, which is the trench edge, that's McDonald's coffee stirrers painted. The sign came from an Italieri set for signs. Apparently it says patient waiting area or collection area. But what's really nice is this barbed wire effect on the top. Now this I found on eBay. A little barbed wire set. This cost about £4 for about 8 metres of wire. I think it actually looks quite realistic. I'm just going to show you how I did it though, because when you get it, it actually comes as bright silver, but it is so simple to make it look like this. So this is how the wire comes. Costs about £4 or so for 8 metres. Basically it's a central core with another wire piece wrapped round it. It's not, it's not perfect barbed wire. For most purposes it is actually quite good, especially when it's painted. Very easy to cut, so here you go, I've just cut a piece here. Now to actually produce the cord effect, literally it's just a case of simply wrapping the piece of barbed wire around a circular shape, in this case a pen. Pull it off, and there you go, you have the barbed wire. Next stage. So this is Master Model's blackening agent. So literally just get your bottle, get your wire, dip wire into bottle. Of course you could always pull it out. You literally only have to do it for a few seconds. Pull it out, there you go, blackened. Now you just leave that to dry. It will go off to an off grey colour. It's quite permanent, so you can flex it, it won't break off, and you can then easily weather it with pigments or whatever you choose. And this was basically my concept, to have that working track working and showing it doing something, but rather not going anywhere. So there you go, you have the tank rotating, just like it's about to climb the track over the top of the trench. In fact, this tank Hyacinth, which is one of the options in the kit, this actually did get stuck climbing a trench. There's a very well known photograph of it where it's gone backwards back into the trench and got itself well and truly beached. One thing I did notice on that photograph, it didn't actually have the rails that you can see on top of the tank, nor the unbeaching bar. I didn't notice that till a bit too late, so I haven't adjusted it on my model. So that's my way of displaying Tamiya's Mark 1 male with motorised feature.